Hey, this is RantNRavinFection. Welcome to the first installment of Reverse Reviews. It's easy to take a crappy game and bash the living snot out of it, so the series will be a little bit different. Instead, I take some of the best games of all time, really good, critically acclaimed games, mind you, and then tear them to pieces. Now, let's begin. Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. Released in Japan on November 1990, Super Mario World was also called Super Mario Bros. 4, a continuation of the terrible Mario Bros. Series on the Nintendo. I mean, this is truly one of the worst games of all time, people. I can't believe it was a launch title for the Super Nintendo. They might as well stick a dynamite inside the box, then tell the player to light a match and then cover their ears. This game is pure orangutan manure. First of all, you're only given 3 save slots. Hello, this is the Super Nintendo, not week-old 8-bit Nintendo. I expect more memory out of a brand new system. The old Mario Bros. Games had just as few slots, which is just atrocious. You start the game with this boring long text intro about the Princess Peach being kidnapped. Again? Hasn't she been captured, saved enough times? Why does she keep getting kidnapped? I mean, who does she think she is? Letting Bowser imprison her again? How come I can't just get the FBI or LAPD to find her and her kidnappers? You know, I mean, I'm just a plumber. You know, I got better things to do than waste my time searching for an uncertain, uncommitted chick who's obviously so insecure that she'll let an obsessive, overgrown turtle sodomize her just to piss off her midget, low-income, mustached boyfriend. It's not fair. And you know what? I don't really give a crap about her, you know. So, you start the game and then you enter Yoshi's house, or is this even a house? I mean, this is just a bunch of trees. I mean, look at this. It's so empty. Now, you quickly find out that nobody's here, obviously. But, you know, even though the fireplace is still running, yeah, that's right, folks. That's a forest fire hazard right there, you know. I mean, what an irresponsible yutz. I mean, I guess we'll all know who's responsible if Yoshi's Island ever burns to the ground. That pyromaniac Yoshi. I mean, look at that. There's even little birds on top of the treetops, you know. I mean, they're gonna be fried chicken pretty soon. It's ridiculous. Look at these simple graphics. Well, you can't really do anything right now because it turns out Yoshi's out trying to rescue his friends, and so let's get the heck on out of here. Alright, so let's explore the island. I mean, the island doesn't really look that much. The level designs look worse than albino lab rats having genetically spliced rodent sex. I mean, it looks like poop. I've seen better graphics in a toilet bowl. I've seen better graphics in a cell phone. I've seen better graphics on a Nintendo Wii. Yeah, a freaking Nintendo Wii. I can't believe it. Now, once you finally find Yoshi, you know, he's a pain in the you-know-where. Every time you get hit, he runs away crying like a total girl. I mean, what kind of a dinosaur has emotional issues? What is this, Barney the balls-deficient dinosaur? I am already sick of this game. Why is Mario a midget? How come he gets bigger if you touch a mushroom? I mean, why a mushroom? What's so special about it? If anything, they should be milk cartons or glasses, or, you know, to at least give some kind of logical reasoning. I always thought those were milk bottles, but it turns out they were feathers. This game makes as much sense as a Family Guy flashback, folks. Unbelievable. Man, I'm trying to just basically race to the end of the stage. This is basically a speed run. Now, at the end of each stage, there's basically, I don't know, I mean, what do you call that thing? A goal? And it keeps moving up and down. And if you manage to hit that moving white bar, you get a certain amount of points. And then these points add up basically at the end, so you could have a bonus round in order to gain more lives. Now, I mean, look at this guy. You see that running guy? I mean, this running football guy is at the end of almost every single one. But the problem is, you know, you kind of hope that he's always at the end so that you can jump on his head in order to basically jump higher. But let's try and look at this one, okay? Look at this, it's empty. He's nowhere to be found. I mean, you know, you try to be cautious because he runs at you full speed. And if he hits you while you're in midget mode, I mean, he basically kills you. Now he's nowhere to be found. Look at that, that's terrible. Inconsistent game. What an inconsistent game. These graphics are pretty bad. I mean, look at this. What am I supposed to do in here? A P? What does that mean? Power? Pow? Well, I go inside this room and... Oh no. Okay. Am I stuck in here? What am I gonna do here? So I can't go back through that tunnel. Alright, so I head back inside the tunnel. Let's try and redo that thing again. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, so that's what you're supposed to do. Look at all those dang coins. They're everywhere. Go get them. Go, Mario. Yeah, run. Oh man, jackpot. Oh my god. Now all of a sudden they're gone. It's weird. Just come out of nowhere and then they just disappear. And you know what sucks? In Yoshi's Island, released in 1995, it was supposed to be Super Mario World 2. Yeah, the sequel, supposedly. But actually, it's not even a sequel. It's a prequel, because, you know, this was the first time that Yoshi met Mario as a little baby. And look at this. Yoshi has different powers in Yoshi's Island. I mean, he can actually turn eggs and chuck them at your bad guys. He can swallow the enemies and then convert them into egg weapons. But none of those powers, for some reason, are available in Super Mario World. I mean, yeah, it's an earlier game, but come on. I mean, this is why prequels don't really work. Because of inconsistency. It just doesn't follow it. You know, if you're gonna make it work, why don't you include his powers in the later, you know, versions of the game? I mean, I understand if it wasn't in the original 1990 Super Mario World, but what about in the re-releases, like on the Virtual Console, or even in the Game Boy Advance version? This game is just pure Yoshi turd. So, was there ever a real sequel to Super Mario World? Well, not really. You see, even though Yoshi's Island might have a subtitle called Super Mario World 2, it's not a sequel, it's a prequel because the events happened before Super Mario World. The only reason Nintendo included that is because they wanted to disassociate themselves from the Philips CDI. Nintendo wanted to work with Philips and basically create a new console after the Super Nintendo. And this was supposed to be the new generation that would compete with the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. Unfortunately, it became a failed, miserable pile of dung. I mean, you know, the console failed, it flopped, the games flopped because they were just horrendous. And the sequel was supposed to be Super Mario Wacky Worlds on the CDI, but that turned into another game, so a real sequel was never really made for Super Mario World. What's even worse is that this crappy game was re-released 3 times! 3 times! On the first time on the Super Nintendo as part of the Super Mario All-Stars package in 1994. The second time in 2001 on the Game Boy Advance as Super Mario Advance 2. And then in 2007 in the Wii's Virtual Console. Now, honestly, who would pay for this garbage once, let alone 4 different times? I mean, who's dumb enough to be fooled so many times by Nintendo into paying for the same darn games again and again and again and again? Why do we keep letting Nintendo do this crap? To repeatedly stick their big fat corporate you-know-whats inside our hapless, clueless consumer bumholes. You know, as if we actually like it. As if we actually enjoy having a big fat you-know-what stuck in our you-know-where. Do we? Do we enjoy it? You know what I think? I say we fight back. I say we stop buying these crappy rehashed games so Nintendo and those dummies will stop screwing us over. Hey, shut up! The new Yoshi's Island is now available for the Virtual Console! Oh. Okay. Pants down, everybody.